Yes, it's
All right.
2:30, bro.
Well, welcome back to All in Good Fun. I'm your host, Bobby, over here.
Your co-host, Sammy.
Right now, actually, we should do the intro. So this week, we're just talking about, we have our do ask, do tell questions that we get from you guys. So we really appreciate when you guys send those in and communicate with us. It's a lot of fun. We have This Week in Media, we have Save Your Ass, and we have Kente Cloth Nancy, which are Save Your Ass. Basically, you've seen all these posts on Instagram.
We're sorry.
We condemn racism.
We apologize. If you could please love us.
We're going to talk about all the stupid-ass companies and whatever they may be that have just been putting out those bullshit statements.
Because who cares?
Yeah.
Also,
we know that they don't care.
Right. Just keep delivering great service, Comcast.
And then we got Kente Cloth Nancy. What's she, the Speaker of the House? Speaker of the Senate, Nancy Pelosi?
Yes. Nancy Pelosi.
Her and her Democratic Party took an 8-minute knee. They're Caucasian, by the way. They took an 8-minute knee with kente cloth wrapped around their shoulders in honor of George Floyd.
You know what? Black people always have a stigma that we don't work. We can't afford 8 minutes of kneeling, okay?
We're going to talk about that. But right now, we have our first question up that we were just talking about. It's from _ it's bop. Whatever happened to Trump's wall? I think apparently he just stopped building the wall in the middle of that shit and built the wall around the White House.
What? What do you mean he built the wall around the White House?
You haven't seen it?
There's no wall around the White House. What are you talking about?
No, he's like, he ordered like, what do they call it? Just gate parts, and he's literally just putting fence around the White House where his bunker is after the protests have been going on.
I didn't know that. You have the Secret Service. You have the initial wall. Nobody's trying the White House. Like, have you seen those movies? White House Down? It feels like a huge feat.
Honestly, yeah. If you after watching those movies, I definitely would. But people have been protesting there, and like apparently someone like I don't know. They got into the gatehouse somehow, but I'm like I don't know. The White House should be pretty guarded. So that feels fake.
Feels fake.
It felt fake.
He ran on building a wall. I think they caught him last week going down to the bunker to just look at the plans for the wall that's never going to be finished. It's like, Trump, what were you doing down there in the bunker? Nothing. I wasn't doing nothing.
All right, so literally nothing. So it says right now 93 miles of the wall have been built during the Trump administration. 93 miles. Is that a lot?
Not at all. I wouldn't think so. In 4 years, I wouldn't think that's a ton, given the length of the border itself.
Can you hear Mark?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The length of the wall the length of the border, it says, is 2,000 miles.
2,000? Well, 2,000 miles?
Damn. Not even.
2,000 miles. I read at least 90 miles of that replaced existing structures. So really, he only has 3 miles that he accomplished in 4 years.
Over and how long is this? Wait, 200,000 miles. That's the length of the border.
Wait, 200,000 miles, Sammy. What the fuck?
Let's establish that I am dumb. I'm not good at geography. Can we throw that out
nuts,
there?
bro.
Okay.
2,000 miles, and he only. You voted for 3 miles, people. You hear that? You voted for 3 miles.
It's like it's not. It's like when you ask a girl, can I just put the tip in?
What?
Like that's the amount of wall Trump has built, just the tip.
Shut the fuck up.
Trump,
you, bro.
Trump, pull through, okay?
Pull through.
I admire Trump because he's really just taking a hammer to pinky promises. Pinky promises don't matter anymore. He ran on this.
Pinky promises stopped mattering in like middle school, bro.
Did they?
Yeah. This one girl pinky promised that she would like go to our dance with me in like 7th grade, and then she literally went with someone else.
Wow. What up? How old were you?
How old are you in 7th grade? Like 12?
What up, bitch?
13. Well, I think 13th, 8th grade.
That's when you're in high school. I think you're like 11.
All right. Yeah, I was 11, bro.
Yeah.
I would say her name, but I'm not going to say her name right now.
That's the first time I would have used the word. But like, I'm not even a fan of the B word. But she's 12 years old. She's 12 years old, and she left you hanging, and you've been a virgin ever since.
Why do you keep Every episode,
you're not a
man.
virgin?
I'm a what?
You're not a virgin?
If my mom's listening right now, hell yeah, I'm a virgin, bro.
Stop saying that, bro. Your mom needs to. Your mom.
Listen,
needs
bro,
to
I ain't
know.
had sex since sex had me, baby.
You need to be out here getting it in. Your mom needs to know that she created a productive member of society.
I'm productive. I read. I go outside.
If men don't get it in, society subsists. Human race will, because women are. It's our job to get it in, to approach and then get it in.
Do you feel this way? Is that how all guys should think?
And it's our job because women don't approach men.
In all fairness, if you don't try to get it in, you're never gonna get it in.
And
I agree with that.
And who does all the getting in? Men. We do all the approaching, right? Men do most of the approaching.
Okay, most, yeah.
Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes. We do most of the approaching. If we cease to approach, if we cease to have a short memory, like, because we have to have short memories because we deny all the time. You've been outside the club and you're just like, hey, how you doing? Can I get to, okay. Hey, how you doing? Can I get to, okay. Hey, how you doing? Can I get to, okay.
I don't
hey,
talk
how
to
you
women
doing?
at the
Can
club,
I get
bro.
to,
The club is not, that's not the
yes.
place to talk to women, bro.
It's not a place, there is no place safe to talk to women. Women.
Sammy, save your ass, bro. Save your ass right now.
All right. Save your ass. What are companies doing? Companies are wild. They're all over the place. They're apologizing out the ass. Bobby, how do you feel about this? Is it necessary for a company to apologize to you for racial inequality?
I mean, like, before I answer, let's preface this a little bit. Mm-hmm. So you guys have seen all the shit. You have Instagrams. You have stuff.
Yeah,
all right? All these companies like NFL, NBA, like people are just putting out statements saying like we condemn racism, we don't condone police brutality, blah blah blah. I think that's all bullshit. I feel like those companies are full. Like it's only the people putting it out who we know don't give a fuck. They're just getting pressured into doing it.
Bobby, do you think it's necessary though?
I don't. Because I already know that you don't care. Like you're like with NFL to be exact. Like Roger Goodell literally put out an apology. Like he said, we the NFL are sorry. We were wrong. We condemn. There's a video that there's out there if you can pull it up or something. What do you say, AJ?
What do you feel about the idea of, we're going to pull up the video, but what do you feel about the idea of these companies faking it till you make it, right? Like maybe they're not on your side. Maybe the apology is fake, but if it brings about change, right, it's a means to an end. Do you agree with that?
What?
Do you agree that, like, okay, so maybe you don't agree, right? And maybe they're just doing it to save the bottom line, which hence save your ass. But isn't that change in itself? And aren't you here to take what you can get? No?
That's a good question. What's up, AJ?
I would say the reason why it doesn't matter is because all they're doing is, for instance, like accounts have like a gaming company that like Bethesda. They have most company accounts have like North America, South America, Middle East Twitter accounts, right?
Yeah.
So all these Twitter accounts only said that on like the American ones, the European ones, but then
really?
And then you go to the Middle Eastern one, and they didn't say shit.
Well,
I didn't know that.
That same thing happened with Star Wars actually. So Disney, they're like, we support Black Lives Matter, and then it's like, but when you released Avengers in Asia, you took out Finn from the poster, the black guy.
Yeah,
You took him off the poster.
it was already fuck Disney. I saw something about Disney the other day.
Let's be fair.
Apparently, all right. So like, it was like a toddler passed away, right?
Yes.
And he wanted Spider-Man on his coffin, and Disney told his dad, "No, you're not allowed to do that." Let me find. Yeah, Disney denies dad to put Spider-Man on 4-year-old son's grave. Look it up, people. You can go to the New York Post. That's where I saw the article. So fuck Disney. I'm not gonna believe that shit.
Hey, Disney, I'm in your corner. You're not running a charity, okay?
You're fucked up.
Nah, man.
You're fucked up.
No, it's a slippery slope, okay? Right? You let one dead kid use Spider-Man, and now Spider-Man is champion at all funerals. And that's not the image you want of Spider-Man.
Oh my
you want
gosh,
a boring
bro.
white guy. You want to keep that premise going. You don't want not Spider-Man's at he like Spider-Man Return to the Mortuary. It's like you don't want that, man. Like I agree. There's a certain extent. If I created something, I want to control the narrative of what I create. Fuck what sorts of pressure I receive.
All right, that. I got something for you, Sammy. You're a barber, right? If you know. You have children clients? Do people let you cut their kids' hair?
I hate kids, but I do it sometimes.
All right.
If my clients have kids,
if you're cutting up a kid's hair and he's like, "Damn, Sammy, this is the freshest cut I've ever had in my life. Thank you." And God forbid that kid dies, and he's like, "Sammy, I want your logo on my coffin." What are you doing?
I'm like, cut the check, Dad. You heard your kid. you heard this. You heard your kid. I'm not running a charity.
Wow.
God damn.
You have to I think listen, you can't be a champion for every cause out there.
You're an asshole.
I'm not an asshole, bro. Like you create a company to make money. And let's get that out of the way. Save your ass. All these companies apologizing. They're trying to protect the bottom line.
I mean, it's not like everyone's apologizing.
I get it.
They're just making posts saying like we condemn racism and all these things. But like when you actively, like we've seen over and over again, that you just cover it up in your I wrote like about how like Roger Goodell sent out that apology, but literally he led the NFL owners in blackballing Colin Kaepernick out of the league.
Okay, I want to compartmentalize from that example and ask you one more question.
Go ahead.
As a guy who owns a business, Traveling Barbers, it's Uber but barbering. As a guy who owns a business, do you believe that if you know the narrative out there is silence is what? Silence is
compliance.
Compliance.
All right, you're right. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you take the chance with your company by not saying nothing, or do you put out a "We're sorry, we understand"?
I get it. I get it. Listen. If I was one of these racist companies, I would do the same thing.
They're not racist companies. Listen, I was talking about this before the show. You make boss moves to secure the future of your company. Doing otherwise is negligence. Like, it's the bottom line, baby. And as a consumer, you want to be a part. You want to be cuddled too, because you know what's gonna happen.
What?
I know I would do this, and I've done it with the whole Drew Brees story.
Yeah, go ahead.
When he made a mistake with the when he didn't make a mistake, he spoke honestly, and then tried to backtrack. Like, no, please, no. I love the blacks. Please block for me. And so with that transpiring, I'm sure to come back to the Corona age and be like, wait a minute, did that company even apologize for George Floyd? Did that company even release a statement? You know what? Silence is, you're at fault if you're silent. It's like you take the safe way out and you put out a, we're sorry.
All right. Yeah, when you put it like that, I 100% I get it. But the right thing to do is not always like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the right, go ahead. Can you finish that?
No, he can't finish.
Trying to say like actions speak louder than words.
That is, yes, that as well. Yeah. But I'm saying like with the companies putting out these statements saying like, we're sorry, we condemn this, we condemn that. Like, the right thing to do isn't always what someone believes while they're doing it. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, companies aren't out to do the right or wrong thing. They're out to save their ass.
Damn. God damn it. He's coming back to that shit. All right, that's good. That's good. That was good. You want to talk about the Chick-fil-A bit?
We was talking about this is one of the companies who put out a statement.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A made a post. You know, we condemn police brutality, blah blah blah. But I feel like fuck Chick-fil-A's post. Some of the Chick-fil-A franchises literally had shirts that like back in like when I don't remember what year. I think it was like maybe like 2014, 2015. They literally had shirts made that were like Blue Lives Matter, and like their employees were wearing the shits.
Bro, I hate Chick-fil-A. Pick a side, okay? We support Black Lives Matter, but we would like to stone the lesbians. Pick a side, Chick-fil-A. We're tired of you flip-flopping, bro. Your chicken's not that good.
Whoa.
Right? The revolution is coming. Come on. We black, bro. We black.
We are black.
Stay
but
strong. Stay strong. I know the chicken is good. Stay strong, bro. Stay strong, my brother.
Let me get it. I got it. I'm just, all right. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to cap. That is some great racist chicken. But I will tell them this. Popeyes is on your ass.
Man. Yeah, they are.
Popeyes is on your ass, Chick-fil-A.
I will say this. The narrative that only black people love chicken, I think chickens would disagree. Chickens would be like, look at the numbers, all right? Some people at the age, we even have folklore about chickens, right?
What?
Why did the chicken cross the road? We have folklore about chickens. And I tell you what, he didn't cross the road. He crossed the road to get to Mexico. And I feel like there's free-range chickens over in Mexico. It's like, come on over, Holmes. Like,
yeah, you said this last week that I thought you were going to bring up. Literally, when you think about it, mostly white people raise chickens.
they're like
you can't tell me I love chicken, nigga. If you're the one supplying it, you raising them.
So in context, we were talking about we love an open racist person.
We do?
Well, I do.
Oh.
I
was trying to think, who the fuck do I love?
In comparison to a closeted racist.
Yes,
right?
I agree. Go ahead.
And do not cut me short at I love a racist person.
Bro, you're going to find a video of me like, look at this coon. Oh, my. Right. What if Dr. Umar posts you like, see this man right here? He's not with the revolution. We talking about.
If you scoot further in the episode, he condemns chickens. Chickens?
If you don't know who Dr. Umar is, please go look at one of the greatest Instagram comedians of all time and the leader of the revolution to come, bro. Just wait on it.
I don't know who this nigga is.
You don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is?
I just wanted to say it with emphatically after you was like, if you don't know who Umar is.
Oh,
like,
so
I kind of know.
Sammy.
I kind of know. He's not on my bed space. Like, he's not in my bedroom. Like, he's not my screensaver on my phone. Like, I'm not, I don't.
You don't care about black people enough to put Dr. Umar as your phone saver?
See, this is the problem. You're putting words in my mouth.
I don't know. I'm just asking questions, bro.
If it's not chicken, don't put it in my mouth, Bobby.
All right, whatever, Sammy. We're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back.
A word from one of our great sponsors, Traveling Barbers, been with us from the beginning. And you guys, I've tried them. You don't want to miss out. You're at home playing a game. You don't want to leave to go to a barbershop and wait. These guys are who you call. Traveling Barbers. You can reach them on travelbarbers.com or on Instagram at Traveling Barbers. Whew. It's Uber, but barbering. You're not going to regret it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Sammy, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling Kente good. I mean, kind of good. What about these Kente cloths, bro? Have you been paying attention to politics lately?
Kente cloth Nancy, that's on the board.
That's what you want to call her? All right,
that's what I wrote on the board.
Kente cloth
Sammy
Nancy.
doesn't even pay attention to what I write on the board until we're talking about
it. But I flow right into that shit. So does it matter, Bobby?
All right, so if you don't know, I'll preface this a little bit by saying Nancy Pelosi, who is the Speaker of, am I saying her name wrong? Why are you laughing? How do you say her name? Pelosi?
Speaker of the House.
All right, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
She's a Democrat, right? All right, yeah. So her and her Democratic team, they decided, in honor of George Floyd, R.I.P., they would take a knee for 8 minutes and 46 seconds with Kente cloths wrapped around their shoulders.
Well, let's break it down. Okay, they took a knee like the great Colin Kaepernick did, but the wardrobe was the issue.
I thought the knee was for George Floyd instead of Colin.
No. It was what Colin did.
Oh, yes. I get it. Yeah. But they did it in honor of George Floyd because he was knelt on. And they knelt for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Have you seen the video?
You understand how that's backwards though, Bobby, right? To honor a man who died.
That's my point.
No.
That's my point. That's why I'm bringing it up.
I think you misunderstand. Because Colin Kaepernick started the conversation years ago.
Yes.
They were kneeling. Wow. So much misunderstanding around this. Okay, not just the cloth, but also the knee. It's interesting your take because that's not what I took from it. I took it as a Colin Kaepernick knee, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
Finish and then go ahead.
Right?
This is interesting. This is interesting.
You don't celebrate the Holocaust by like lighting up gas
You
stoves across the country.
What's up, AJ?
Right? You just don't.
The one thing I've always thought similar to this is Christianity, and it's like, what's their logo? It's their boy being killed on a cross. So like, imagine being Jesus, coming back, and they're like, ooh. He's like, that's what you guys decided to make your logo?
I never even thought about that, yo. Like, see, this is wild. This is wild.
But staying focused.
We'll come back. Go ahead.
The crucifix and taking a knee, we really warped it there. But I feel you. So is images, and the image of them taking a knee. You took it as the George Floyd.
Well, because they knelt for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's how long George Floyd was knelt on. That's why I didn't take it as a Colin Kaepernick thing. Yeah, he took a knee. He did all that back then. But doing that and actually saying this is in honor of his family, it's in honor. It's that. You didn't see that part?
Well, that's odd, though, man. It's like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, why who authorized this?
What
the fuck?
You ever brush your teeth and then eat breakfast right after? That's the kind of bad taste that knee is.
Are you Millie rocking? What is?
I'm Millie rocking these. I ain't trying to dish the studio right now, but I'm Millie rocking.
Bro, I thought you were over here just getting crump, bro.
I'm trying not to get Ebola from the
finish.
gnats.
Go ahead though.
It was weird. We stopped at the meaning, but when we first moved into this, I also thought the Kente cloths was a bit much.
Tell the white people what Kente cloth are.
Well, Kente cloths are traditionally American, as far as Americans see it, African attire. But I've got news.
This is also news for me.
Yeah, I cut one of my clients who's from Burkina Faso. Shout out to Marvin. And I was, how, we have reverence for Africa.
Sure, yeah.
Weirdly enough, like the rest of the world, Africans look at African Americans as they're dancing, they're tall, they're athletes. They have the same stigmas. So I was going back and forth with him, and I was like, he was like, when I first came to America, I thought that all black people rapped and were just like popular and just like had, and it's like, you let me down, Sammy. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Was he wearing a Kente cloth in your chair?
No, I actually brought it. I said, listen, I respect you because you're from Africa. You're from the homeland. And one of the things that I like that symbolizes that we wear sometimes is the Kente cloth. And he was like, bro, the Kente cloth is Indian. The Kente cloth was a fabric is synonymous with Africa now. But it started in India. Like that fabric, that design came from India when they were like, I don't know, like the cloth, the image of it came from India. It didn't come from Africa, bro. And so not many people know that. Here in America, the Kente cloth is synonymous with African culture.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that they had it while they were taking the knee, I thought it was just, you're doing a lot. Like, just get back to work.
I thought it was very fucking stupid. What's up, AJ?
Yeah, it says it's from Guyana.
Ghana? Wait, are you reading?
Ghana.
Ghana.
That is
Ghana.
Did you say Guyana?
It's Ghana. It's cool.
Ghana is a northwestern African country.
Yeah, it's an African country. Does it say it originated from Ghana? Because I believe
either way, while he's looking that up, I don't understand why that would be what you do.
Well, you know what this is, though? This is just white people thinking this is a general black symbol. They're not even thinking about whether this is a symbol that applies to George Floyd's specific background. This is just them lumping all black people into Africa, basically.
So white people don't fact check?
Well,
y'all don't got a team?
They sure shit didn't. I mean...
Ain't nobody holding you down?
All right, I gotta stop y'all here before all the good fun look stupid. All right, let me stop you guys here because who gave Nancy Pelosi the kid? They didn't arrive that morning. It wasn't Nancy Pelosi.
I don't know.
The Black Caucus gave Nancy Pelosi The Kente cloth.
Is this true?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell me about it. I didn't hear that.
They didn't. Right. It's not like she had it a part of her wardrobe. Because come on.
Well, they could have ordered it for this event.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they Amazon 2-day shipped it.
Nope. The Black Caucus was like, if you guys are gonna knee, they started handing out Kente cloths.
I gotta find this
to everybody that was going to knee.
Which one are you? They just giving out Kente cloths to white people on the here. This represents all of us. Get the fuck out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't speak for all black people, but I can speak for the black people in my life. Mm-hmm. There has never been a Kente cloth anywhere near my house. I have never, ever. I only see Kente cloths like on the internet, bro.
You know what they look like?
What?
They look like a white ravenous Jumanji tribe just taking a knee for George Floyd, and I'm just like, yo, get up and get back to work. Like, write some legislation in honor of George. I'm tired of the kneeling. I'm tired of listen. We're one. We understand what's at stake here. Let's go vote. Let's change some legislation. That's how you can support the memory of George Floyd. Get the fuck up off your knee. Okay. Right. Do some work.
On a lighter note, I have one question for you. All right. We got this from @TDK_JH. He says, is Corona over? And will it come back to beat our ass again? That's literally exactly how he asked.
Is Corona over? Will it come back to beat our ass next time on Dragon Ball Z?
What do you think?
Yo, didn't Dragon Ball Z have the longest cliffhangers ever? Did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
I did watch it growing up. They did, like, each episode took they powered up for, like, 3 episodes. It was whatever. But what do you think it's done?
That's how I feel about Corona.
How?
It's a big cliffhanger because it's definitely not over. People are still getting Corona. But Corona is like the local hot girl in the bar.
What? Explain.
Everybody's been drooling over Corona. And then Rihanna walks in. Everybody forgets about the local hot girl.
So what's Rihanna? The flu? Oh, that's not worse, is it?
Rihanna is the riots. The protesting.
I mean, I think
that's
true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I think that's just dumb, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've been seeing so much shit about people saying, "Oh, actually, Corona's not as important anymore because this, and this," and then you still got people out here who are like numbers that killed this many people. Blah. I don't know what the fuck to believe, but I think I'm just over that shit, bro. Like, I feel like as Americans, bro, we don't give a fuck anymore, especially in Florida. People have been out. Bro. People don't care.
Bro, I'm trying. Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Nigga, SeaWorld opened the other day. Niggas don't give a fuck about Corona, bro.
Nah, bro. Businesses have shifted to their apology. Man, I'm trying to tell
Corona's pussy, bro.
Protest has the bigger boobs. It is the Rihanna pinned against the local girl.
How are you pitting women together, Sammy? Well, do you hate women?
This is an analogy. Again, if you put,
I'm gonna slip. You're gonna slip up one of these days. He's gonna slip up.
I'm never gonna forget to correct you. That's the only way I will slip up after you put words in my mouth and I don't correct you. That's the only way. But listen, man, it's still out there, and it speaks to a broader issue, one that you didn't think about.
What?
Like it furthers the distrust in media. For so long, and for months now, we've been talking about Corona this and Corona that.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Rihanna walks into the bar,
just say what you mean. I'm getting confused by these analogies.
You're dumb as fuck, puppy.
I mean, I don't remember who you're comparing. Just say the words.
Okay, so I said the local girl in the bar. You know, everybody, all the attention's on her, and then a foreign hot girl walks in.
Okay.
And that's the protests and the riots. I'm saying the conversation has shifted. You dumb fuck.
You could have just said that, nigga. There was no need for all that. Just say it. Go ahead. Go with your point.
We use comedians we use analogies to make our points on stage.
No, nigga, you could have just said what you meant.
The fact that you can't follow me is okay. Just say that.
Either way, I think Corona's pussy, man. I think Corona's not that serious anymore. It's not going to do. It don't have no hands.
Now you want to use analogies?
Yeah, let's use analogies.
Corona doesn't have any hands. Is that your big?
Well, no, I always said I heard this when I was a kid, and I tried to just stick it in my head. Just believe 10% of what you hear from the media. Everything else is a lie.
But you watch the news.
I do. Why? Yeah, you shat on me for it earlier.
Yeah, because of this current situation.
Just because they skew it a certain way doesn't mean I can't you believe 10% of what you hear, the rest of that shit is a lie.
No. Go back.
What?
Go back to the sentence you just had.
All right, so you were saying.
No.
So I watched the news, and Sammy was basically like it's stupid because they said, oh, you want left wing news, come here. You want right wing news, come here. It's all opinions. I get that, but you got to realize, like, oh, you said that.
What I got realize?
I'm sorry. Okay, guy. I thought that was.
No, keep going. It's all right. Keep going.
And I get that because there are those stations that do that. However, I feel like that doesn't mean that like I can't watch these. Right. I watch these and I give the information. You got to be able to listen to the other side. That's my point.
Okay, we understand that it is what's hot right now. That's what's on the news, not what's important, right? And you're intaking all of that. You're eating it up, and I hope you're not spewing it out. Because that's what happens when you ingest something, bro. I'm just saying, though. That's why I
don't know where you are. You gotta.
Really? I'm talking, bro. Okay, bro. You're so dumb. All right, so I'm talking about intaking news, Bobby. You say you watch the news religiously. You watch it a lot.
I don't watch it. I said I watch the news. Believe 10% of what I hear, and that's where I get at.
But why? I mean, that filtration system, like, why even partake? If you had a water, this is another analogy, Bobby, keep up. If you had a water filter that left 90% of the toxins in the water, would you still intake it and be like, it's 10%? 10% is good.
I guess. I get what you're saying. What's up, AJ?
I would say if it's the only water you have, it's better than nothing.
And it's not.
But you have to get news from somewhere.
It isn't the only water we have, and you do have to get news somewhere. And I told Bobby, I do headlines, but I don't intake the bullshit that like. I don't intake, like, if I was to watch the news, I'll look at the headlines, or I'll look at what actually happened. But I'm not finna watch you elaborate.
How are you gonna know what actually happened if you don't listen to what they're saying?
I go to other, like, I go to independent news stations that I like. So I do listen to Trevor Noah, which is left wing news. I will say that very liberal, Trevor Noah. But I like him. I like his takes. Okay, I listen to John Oliver on HBO. Very left wing as well. And I just take it with a grain of salt. But these people seem to cover both sides of the issue, right? But when I watch CNN or Fox, it's very one-sided.
All right, I'm gonna have to look and reflect on that.
Yeah.
We have a question from my boy Mir that asked, would you rather live in the 1800s as one of the only free black men or live as a caveman?
If I was Kanye West, I think I would want to be only one of the only free black men so I can just shit on everybody else. Like, look at me. I'm revolutionary. But I could not see my brothers in slavery. I can't be Django right around on the horse. It would hurt my heart. And what was the other? Or
live as a caveman.
My answer is be a caveman.
Really?
Oh yeah, ignorance is bliss.
I don't think I would. I'm sorry. I would much rather just live in the 1800s and be free. I can't. I don't. I need a toilet somewhere. I need actual cooked food.
Here's what you're not taking into consideration. I've always said when people ask me time period questions, whatever period you choose, it is the most technological advanced period of your time. So, like, if you're a caveman, this is the most technological, like a period of your time. The only thing is, I don't want to be only in the 1800s, or like I would just say like slavery and Jews in the Holocaust. Like, fuck it being the most technological period of your time. I don't think Jews are entering the gas chambers like, oh, this is pretty sturdy. Could you close the door, please? You're letting all the gas out. I would rather be a caveman where I'm too ignorant to we're all ignorant and we're all just living in bliss. And
that reminds me of the Chappelle skit where they used to go back in time, and him and Donnell Rawlings and Charlie Murphy would just look at all the slaves.
Yeah.
Bro, the Chappelle Show, greatest skit show of all time.
They would look at all the slaves.
They was literally, bro. He was like, "Damn, what the fuck happened here? Y'all niggas ain't free yet." And it literally was the funniest shit ever, bro.
It is funny.
They were in purple suits, and they were literally dappered out, just looking at everybody else in the fields. That was pretty funny.
That is pretty.
All right, we're gonna take a break, guys. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bobby here, all right? Just wanted to remind you, all right, if you are in the Bainbridge, Georgia area, that's like 50 minutes north of Tallahassee, Sammy and I have a comedy show we're doing Saturday, June 27th at 8 p.m., all right? Comedy hour at the Lift in Bainbridge, Georgia, all right? Tickets are $25, and you get 2 drinks, all right? So a ticket, 2 drinks, a fuck ton of laughs. Bainbridge, Georgia, Saturday, June 27th, comedy hour at the Live. Catch me and Sammy there. Thanks, guys. All right, we're back, guys.
We're back.
Let's close out the show with these last couple questions we got from some people.
No, it's been such a good episode.
Do you want to go with the ones that you have?
The questions that we have, actually, I'm firing on all cylinders here. Let's get the question out. What was it? Ooh. So we did the one, would you rather live in 1800 or a caveman?
The one that we have now is the phone one, which it was, do you ever talk about something and then see ads for that when you pick up your phone? I don't know why I paused reading that.
It's the machines. That's why you pause. The machines are on to us, bro. It is the age of the machine.
Yeah, you're about to get ads for speech impediment classes because of that.
Jesus Christ, bro. I used to, like, when I was a kid, my sister used to be like, you had a speech impediment or something when I was a little baby to bother me.
Well, let's try to keep the conversation forward.
But yeah, so
have ADHD.
Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, bro, it happens to me all the time. I feel like it happens to everybody. Like, right? You're standing next to a girl, you don't get her number, but you have an interesting conversation, whatever. You go home and Instagram's like, you know her? And it's like creepy as hell.
That specific one has never happened to me, to be honest.
What specifically has happened to you?
I'll be talking about let's see. Like the other day I was playing PlayStation like with my friends and we were literally just talking I want a plant. So I was talking about, like what kind of tree should I get or some shit like that. And I open my phone and it's literally just like a bunch of like vegan ads and shit. I'm not trying to go vegan. I just wanted to buy a plant for the fuck of it. But they had like those things up there. It kind of freaked me out a little bit.
What explanation did we get from AJ about that, our producer? Because he's really into tech.
We got the brains in here.
What do you have? Like, so what happened was you were talking about plants, and then you went home and you saw
I just
ads.
Opened my phone in my room,
right,
from talking about plants, and it was just there on my phone already.
Were you in your room before we get the explanation from AJ? Were you in your room? Where were you when you were talking about plants?
What?
Where were you when you were
in
talking
my room?
about plants? In your room? Okay.
Yes.
And then you open up your phone and voila.
Yes.
The machines, man. AJ.
I would say there's two sides to this. One is that these algorithms know what you want before you want them. So you wanting a plant, they probably looked at all your other history, and these algorithms are fucking ingenious, and they're like, well, he smokes weed, like he's getting a little bit more hippie, and he messaged the vegan.
You smoke weed? You smoke weed?
Why are you outing me,
You smoke the devil's air?
Who don't know?
You demon! Arrest this man!
My family listens to this podcast.
Your family?
It's too late now.
Right.
All right, the Band-Aid is off, guys.
The Band-Aid.
The Band-Aid's fucking off, I guess.
You deviant.
Anyway, they looked at all that, and you probably like messaged some vegan bitch like last week, and then they were. Sorry,
This man said,
Yo, girl.
Hey, if AJ was on camera,
Vegan
if
girl.
they knew your information, they'd be
Go
like,
ahead.
nope, he's canceled.
The only bitch is the girl who denied you in 7th grade. She was 12. All right, go ahead, AJ.
Point is, they either knew what you wanted before you wanted it, or you probably, last time you were scrolling down Twitter, somebody posted something of a plant, and you looked at it longer than you look at everything else. And they were like, oh, it's probably a little...
It gets down that deep?
The machine, listen, bro.
Yo.
I've got a song for this. The machines know when you're sleeping. They know when you're awake. So you better be good, for goodness sake.
Ass Sammy. I didn't, dude, that's fucking nuts. Like, my brain would not even be able to understand something like that because I don't even notice when I look at something longer than I'm looking at it.
If you run like a blog
You know what?
on Instagram or a website or something like that, you can check the analytics and it will literally tell you which of your posts got the most screen time.
Will they do that for our podcast?
You know
Can we
why?
find this?
If you
Maybe.
Post, like, it'll tell you now which of
Right.
your
YouTube?
clips got looked at the
Bobby.
most and which of your Instagrams got looked
Listen to me, Bobby. This is why you can't comprehend. It's because you smoke so much weed and you're deviant to society, and no one likes a deviant. You're losing brain cells, and your family should
Sammy's saying that because he's 30 and everyone old thinks weed kills you.
Yeah, go right to age, Bobby, because you're not gonna live to 30. You're gonna die of AIDS. You're gonna die of AIDS sucking dick for weed,
Oh my
Bobby.
gosh.
Listen, what you see across from you is the future.
Really? I'm looking at a man with a cheetah girl scarf on his head right now.
You don't have a future
sisters.
because
This is not my future.
you smoke weed, Bobby. You're gonna. Now I smoke weed too, Bobby. But goddamn, I had to out.
Cheetah Girls was a fire movie, bro. I'm sorry.
Cheetah
Girls was a fire ass movie.
Are you saying that because?
All right, the first one was.
Are you saying Cheetah Girls because you say I'm fashionable or what? Are you?
No. I'm just saying that movie was fire.
Is it the headscarf that you don't like the headscarf, Bobby? You don't think I'm fashionable with the pink
I don't,
headscarf?
Sammy. I think.
You would never wear pink, would you? Because you're not manly enough.
Is that what it
wear
is?
Pink. That's right. You're not manly enough to have a dick in your ass, or
Yo,
you're not manly enough to have a pink headscarf. Right?
when is that? When is that manly?
Right? I just wanted to take it too far. That's what I wanted to do.
As
Right?
Comfortable.
I wanted to
If
take
you're comfortable in your sexuality, you should be able to fuck a guy and still know you're straight.
Right. I wanted to take it there. I just thought it was funny.
That kind of just blows my mind, bro. I like when I'm scrolling. I'm gonna start paying attention. Well, maybe I won't be able to count it now, but I'm just gonna pay attention to how long I look at something, or maybe I'll be thinking about it too much, and then I'm gonna look longer. Damn, it's so hard now when you know, because you can't do it on purpose.
You know, Bobby, but you're probably gonna forget because you smoke a lot of weed.
The last question we got for y'all, bro. Listen, weed is the future. All right, weed is the future.
Weed is not the future. Weed's been here since
Everybody
ever,
successful
right?
smokes weed.
No, but it's not the future, right? It's been here forever. It's legalized. It's not the future, but it's been here
It's
forever.
not legal yet. It's not like federally legal.
True.
Just state legal in certain places.
Unfortunately.
But the last question we got today, we got from @TRiggs2,
Nice name.
and the question is, what would be the absolute worst name you could give your child?
Oh, bro, I got it right here. The absolute worst name that you could give your child is O.J. Osama Cosby. Osama Cosby, you get over here now.
Nah, son, that's hard as fuck. O.J. Osama Cosby, bro.
Hey, the sits.
Nah, first of all, you put a goat up there first, OJ.
OJ.
They got OJ the Juice Man.
The gloves don't fit. You must have quit.
Bro, this man ran for 11,000 yards.
Right.
In a 14-game season.
And to blow up the situation, we got Osama right in the middle.
Because you know that kid's going to be the bomb. Let's go.
And he'll be a successful black man like Cosby before he's brought down.
Your definition of success. We were here and then you jumped a little bit.
Well, let's compartmentalize. Cosby was very successful.
Facts.
And also a horrible human being.
Yeah, but you can be both. The two aren't mutually exclusive.
Literally
Like
all
Osama.
three of those people that's true about.
Right.
I don't think OJ is not a whole. OJ's funny as fuck, bro. Do you follow him on Twitter or anything?
And Osama.
He's a murderer.
Listen. People say Osama. People say Osama's a bad person. I say he's passionate.
You're going to hell. Nigga, that.
Oh. I'm going to get my versions, though.
I think, right.
72 of them.
Right, I'm going to get 70.
AJ, do you have an answer? What would be the worst thing you guys could name your kids? I think I have the worst name you could name your kid. My name is literally Bobby Brown Jr. I'm named after a crackhead and a wife beater, bro. That sucked. All my life, I was growing up with people asking me questions about songs I'd never heard before.
Oh, you know how many people are named Robert and have the last name Brown?
Right.
My name is Bobby Brown. It's not Robert.
There's people out here
My actual name is Bobby Brown Jr.
Okay, I think you're just
on my birth certificate.
I think you're trying to feel important here, but I don't think that's a horrible name. There's people out here called Dick.
I don't think anybody's naming their kid Dick in these days.
What? Dick
Just
is
old white men.
Bro, we asked what was the worst name.
That is true, yeah.
In any era.
I feel like what's up, AJ?
I think I got him.
What's up?
I think the worst one, if you were to have a kid today and you named him Obama Trump, because both sides, no one would like you. Both people would be like, where the fuck do you stand? And nobody would like you.
You just have to go by one name whatever state you're in.
You hear?
In Florida, they call me Obeezy. They call me Trump and everywhere else.
You know what's great about having a celebrity name? I've read stories in news headings where people thought they were getting Michael Jordan. You know, because, you know, our last name is Jordan. I'm going to name my child Michael. And it's just a regular guy booking a hotel, and the whole hotel is just like up and on. Michael Jordan's coming.
That's a lot of pressure, bro.
Michael Jordan's coming. All his life, this guy has lived in the shadow of the Michael Jordan name. And it's just disappointed people time and time again. He's just like, I just want to live.
I feel like if your name is Michael, you just have to be great. That's so much pressure.
You don't have to be great. Because
everybody great is named Michael, bro.
I would say, listen, Michael gets the title of being great, but I think this man striving for greatness at all costs. I think something's mentally wrong with Michael. Like, I don't feel like
you talking about Jordan.
Like,
I'm talking about all the Michaels, like Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, all the Michaels.
Oh.
If you name your kid Michael, bro, that kid has to not be a piece of shit. He has to be something important. He has to be the best, or he fails.
Well, there is a sewing shop called Michael's. So
I don't.
It's the best one.
I was just saying. I did hear from a comedian that if you're number one or number two in whatever you do, women watch out. This guy's going to get punani because, you know, if you're number one or number two, people love number one or number two. But I don't think it's associated with a name. I suppose if your name is Michael, you have to be great, but fuck. What a horrible. Oh, Michael Myers was the greatest killer of all time. I guess you have a point.
Facts.
I guess you have a point.
You literally just added two. I forgot Michael Myers. I'm sorry, bro.
Bro,
He taught everybody how to do it.
Michael.
Mark, do you have one before we get out of here, bro?
Bro, I was trying to think of something funny for this, but I can't lie to you.
Mark, we all know that you're just here to be smart. You're not here to be funny. That's our job.
You are
Mark,
very smart.
You're here to know stuff.
You are very smart. That's a great comment. You are very smart.
Second of all, I can't think of anything but Elon Musk's fucking kid that's going to grow up and never know how to pronounce his own name.
I can't pronounce that name. First of all, that kid's not going to be able to spell that shit until ever.
He could be Albert fucking Einstein on the inside, but he's
Actually,
still not going to know how to say his own name.
I don't know. Elon might put some computer chip in that little nigga, and he gonna know some stuff. I'm telling you that.
He put one in Grimes, and that's how the kid happened. It was just some cyber.
I want to bring it.
Cyber baby.
Let's bring it back full circle to Bobby Brown Jr. Like, what a great name as a little kid. Like, it's so studious and like.
That's what you think.
But I imagine Bobby Brown Jr. Like, when I meet this kid, he has on a suit with a name tag. It just looks Bobby Brown. It's a full name. Two words.
All my life, I can't even wear tank tops in public.
Why?
They're called wife beaters, bro.
They're called wife beaters.
Bobby Brown wore those.
But you're too young. Like, your generation don't fucking know, bro. Like, nobody's.
I'm not surrounded by my generation. My teachers literally would greet me in class by singing a song that I'd never heard. I eventually had to learn.
Oh.
That was the point that I was saying. Like, I would just grow up and people would just say stuff associated with Bobby Brown, and I'd be like, yep, you got it, Gladys. I don't know. But like now it's a makeup company. So like when I'm teaching kids or some shit, like they think that Bobby Brown, like, oh, like the makeup brand, and I'm like, no, because it's spelled with an I.
Oh.
But I can't be like, it's actually this guy was a piece of shit and fried chicken with crack cocaine.
Let me ask you something, Bobby. You teach kids?
I was a camp counselor every summer. I taught challenge course.
We want to be
clear. Or
clear.
facilitated challenge courses, I will say.
We want to.
But I taught those kids lessons at heart.
Yeah, right. It's okay. The joke's gone. I don't want to. But
that's all right.
Bobby was a counselor, but he didn't touch any of the kids. We want to say sorry.
Shut the fuck up, Sammy. All right, thank you for coming back to episode 7 of All in Good Fun. I'm Bobby.
I'm Bobby Brown Jr.
Go to hell, Sammy. And it's all in good fun, baby.